a little Thursday thunder for you here because, it's Thursday. It's crazy. It happens every single week. And I just wonder sometimes, will it stop? No. Well, I accept that it will happen every week. I accept that there's a calendar of 7 days, and that's the week of Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I believe it when I experience it. I believe it every week. And still, sometimes I'm like, wow, it's there again because it's going to happen no matter what. That's probably why I believe it. This week, we're in part 3 of Accept, Believe, and Surrender. Upcoming book called Surrender. I see it as these 3 steps getting to that surrender place. Accept, believe, surrender. This week, part 3, surrender. What does it mean, surrender? I've been looking with my designer for a book cover logo or icon, and all I get are the white flags. And white flags are, in my opinion, I give up. But it's more, I give in. I give up is, uh, it's over. I've done everything I can, and I'm throwing in the towel. I'm stopping. Whereas I give in is I'm I am acceding the way to a higher power. I am acknowledging, accepting, and believing that there is something higher. And that's what I am then surrendering to. I'm surrendering up instead of surrendering down. I thought of many examples, and here's the easiest, simplest, most powerful one I came up with in my research. You're at the ATM, the money machine, the pinautomaat in Dutch, the place where you get money. Put in your card, you take out money from your account. Now, several transactions going on here, right? There's several things going on in the scene that are going to make sense for our particular example as well. So, for one, I have a bank card. I I better believe I have money in the bank. I better have money in the bank, or this isn't really going to go very far. I I'm there, and there's also people behind me, and we can consider those to be the pressures of society, the realities of the world. So I've got a little pressure on me, and I've got to get my money out. Right? They're waiting for their turn, and I've got to do my thing. Now the trick is the accept, believe, surrender. I accept that I have a card, I have a bank, there's money in the bank, I can get it out. Now, the big barrier between me getting money out is my PIN code, my 4-digit number that's going to help me get this out, right? Help me, it's going to make it possible at all. So I accept that it's there. I accept that I created this number, I have the number, I know it. I believe it because I usually remember it and I can type it in. It works. I believe it worked. The systems work. I had a card, I'm at the ATM, I get my money out. Yay, I believe it worked. Ready for surrender? This is the hard part, the weird part, the part. Surrender is going to be the biggest leap for us in terms of belief, in terms of what are you talking about, Bradley? Yet I hope with this example I can hammer this home because it's also the most exciting. It's the best part of the 3. Accept, believe are great. Surrender is where the fun part comes in. Otherwise, I would have written books called Accept and Believe. Surrender is the good stuff. Ready? I'm ready to type in my PIN code. All right. Got some people behind me, got this pressure. All right, here we go. How much money should I take out? I don't know. All right, well, here we go. I don't remember my PIN code. Yeah, this is silly, right? I do this all the time. I mean, it's just the 4 numbers that I hopefully, pro tip, don't use the same numbers for everything. And it shouldn't be like my zip code or something like that, or my birth date or month and year. Don't do that. I don't do that, by the way, if you're looking to get my PIN code. I'm not giving away my PIN code because I can't even remember it. I'm at the ATM. I have a block. I have a blank. I have a blank mind. I have no idea what it is. And now I'm starting to doubt myself. I'm like, oh, well, no, that was my old PIN code for the old bank. No, no, that doesn't need it. Sometimes what helps, it sounds crazy, close your eyes, type it in. That can help, that can work, and that can solve our challenge right here. That can get us to surrendering. Yet, notice we haven't surrendered yet. We're barely in belief because I'm not sure this is going to work. I'm doubting, I'm worried, I'm getting stressed out. So think of this in your regular life. You want that higher power, you want that bigger decision, you want that answer, and yet you're stressing. You're trying. I'm trying to get the answer. Oh, I know the answer. Oh, come on. You're kicking yourself. Why don't I know the answer here? I do this all the time. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? I know I have the information in here somewhere. How do I access it? That's where we're going. I know the information is there. I have used it. I have seen it. I have used it on a regular basis. Yet, for this example, it could go further. It could go something that you have ever seen, that you have ever learned, or even better, that you might not yet know. What happens? You either type in a few numbers and you get it wrong. Ooh, don't want to do that 3 times, right? They're going to eat your card. I'm going to stop. I am going to give in. I mean, in this case, it is giving up because I'm going to take my card, cancel, take my card, and walk away. And within a couple steps, I'm still thinking of them. I'm still trying. I'm still working my brain. It's matter to matter. We want energy to matter. We're on 3D to 3D. We're physical to physical. We want to reach that higher level, that energetic level, that level beyond us as a person, and access that knowledge, those answers, that information, that universe, whatever you want to call it out there. That's what we're surrendering to. We're surrendering to the idea that the answer is out there. We need it to come to us. And what we're doing with surrendering is we're opening a door and allowing it to come in. Ready for it to come in? You take a few more steps. Usually it's an external factor. So a bike zooms by and almost crashes into, hey, what's up with that? Oh, hey, this biker almost hit me. The number drops in. The PIN code just drops in. You got it. And you're thinking, oh, I knew that. Of course, that's the number. But what happened here? We It's not like I just got that number. It's not a new number, but it came in through a different door. It came in through a different pathway, and that pathway is what we're surrendering to. That portal, that opening, that connection with that higher level knowledge, we allow it to come in. Surrender could be called allow as well. It could be receive. It could be, there's a lot of words that it could be. It's release the pressure. I like surrender. Surrender, with the exception of the whole white flag, I give up thing. It's not that. Well, it is a little bit that. I did give up. I'm walking away from the ATM. I now need to set that aside because my intention has been set. I want to remember the number. I want to get my money out of the bank. It My mind, my heart, my decision making process, the outer system, everything within me and outside of me knows what I want. I have set that intention, that goal, that want, that desire. That's there. That's clear. Yet I can't get to it. This is surrender. I walk away. I take a few steps. Often something else happens. Boom. Oh, got it. So I hope with this pin code example, you get a concrete idea of how this works. Yet, if we take it to real life, well, that is a real life example. Yet, what else is going on in your life? You have a new project idea. Where anything, any decision making process that you require a bigger answer to. What should you do in your career? Where should you move? Should you buy that house? Is this a good company idea? Is that person a good person to hire? It can be anything. And yet your struggle, sort of 3D and three-dimensional. Yet how can you let in the bigger information? How can you clear the clutter, push out the fog and the smoke, and get to that clarity? The clarity of the higher power answer, get to the answer. Boom, the PIN code comes to you. Oh, now I know it. And you go back and you get back in line, you go do it. You're all good. You got it. You got everything out of the way. You surrendered. You got it. That's it. That's it. I hope my ATM example works for you. Think of it then in the book. Of course, we'll go through bigger ideas, bigger examples. But I hope that this basis, this core foundational element of how this works, what we're surrendering to, came through. I'm Bradley Charbonneau. This is Thursday Thunder. Great to have you here this week. This has been a 3-part mini-series, Accept, Believe, Surrender. Surrender is coming out September 17th in stores everywhere. Until then, I'll see you next week because you know what's going to happen next Thursday? It's going to arrive again. I believe it. I surrender to it. I'll be here. Will you?